Good morning. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been? Let me just have a cup of tea. Mine's been not too bad so far. The weather's been okay-ish, not too bad. But you know what day it is? It's Sunday. It's 10 a.m. So it's time for the famous Fox's Aftermath show. Run by the fans, for the fans. Your opinion matters. So come on, get them comments in. Come on, let's get going.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. How the devil are you? Cold. Oh, who's that? Cold December day. Peter Hook. It is a cold December day. Not here. The sun's out here, so it's not too bad here. Facebook user, just click on the link. Not quite sure who that is, but morning all. Andy Medes. Nice to see players coming home not injured. Yes, I've just been speaking to Reedy about that. Nice to see players coming home not injured. There's only 2 left. Dave Felstead, good morning, sir. How are you? The councillor, morning. Up bright and early for you today. That's not too bad. Judy, morning. How the devil are you? Please like and share and get as many people watching this, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Please like and share. Let's get them numbers up. Good morning. Morning, Sharon. How are you? Good morning, Jamie. I'm that nervous about tonight's match. I daren't watch. It's England. It's like watching Leicester play. It'll be like watching Leicester play. Morning, Chris. How are you? Don't be nervous. Just go out, have a beer, enjoy it. Bloody freezing in London town. I bet it is, Dave. Always freezing there. Morning, Josh. Morning, Josh. Sunny Australia. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. It's actually good evening there. Good day, sport. Adam. Morning, Adam. Won't be watching the game tonight. I'm off to Westlife instead. I see you've got your priorities right. The boss has told you what you're doing tonight. And Karen K. Did you watch the programme? Yes, I did. I'm halfway through it, Karen. Welcome to Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Absolutely fantastic it is. And on that note, talking about Wrexham, I'll bring Reedy in. Reedy, have you worked out where Wrexham is yet after last week?
No.
It's the northeast of Wales, pal. That's where.
Wales. Okay, cool. I remember that for next time.
How are the Spanish taking being knocked out? You know what? The Spanish, a bit like the English, they're not too fussed about it at the minute because, but they haven't been knocked out though, have they? Spain haven't been knocked out.
No, Germany have.
Germany have. I was going to say, Andy, Spain haven't been knocked out, but they're a bit like English fans. They're not really fussed. They're more club midfielders than club teams than country. A bit like us, club versus over country. Morning, Craig. Cheers for the job you did from the other day. Dave Felstead, Senegal won't be a pushover. Reedy, World Cup views. What are your World Cup views?
It's hard because as much as we obviously all support England and whatnot, it just doesn't feel the same as like a Leicester kind of game for me. It just, I don't know. I should be supporting England like a Leicester, but it just don't feel the same. And I just kind of want Leicester to come back, the games to come back for Leicester. But we'll just have to see how we do. Obviously, it'd be a lot better if we could see Maddison be in the team, like Josh says. If Maddison get a goal today, it's as if he even gets a game today, which we know he won't. But even that would kind of give me a bit more of a spark to watch the game today, I think.
It will be. And talking of England, the only one of the three of us who have got something English-based wearing today is Jono. Morning, Jono. How are you, pal?
I'm not bad, yourself?
How's your... I'm good. How do you think the World Cup's gone in general? Are you enjoying it, or is it...
I think it's been a great World Cup. apart from all the controversial around where it is and what's happened in the backgrounds of it, I think in terms of the football, I think it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, that the controversial bit, they did the first 3 or 4 days, and then the football got better and it sort of died off, and it's sort of forgotten about the controversial bits now, isn't it? Morning, Susan. How are you? Both question for you, both of you two. I think Reedy's answered it. Jolo, do you think Maddison will get either start or get any game time today?
I don't think he should start, no. But only because Foden, Saka, I look really good in midfield at the moment. And Rashford, I think Rashford, Foden and Saka deserve to be in the lineup. I think Maddison should play as a sub, come on as a sub, but you know, they've already cemented the formation of players that are playing well. I think they should start. Like Foden was a difference maker against, you know, in the last game against Wales, and Rashford has been really good this tournament. So I think the only player that's been poor is Kane.
Yes. Yeah. Like Patrick said, Maddison will not play a game. Best chance was against Wales. Reedy, yeah. You and me are sort of agreeing on that, don't you? His best chance was against Wales, them last 5-10 minutes. But he brings on Jack Grealish, doesn't it?
Yes, but then on the other hand, you say he has only just come back from injury, so maybe that was the case. But then again, his best chance to come in would have been in the group stage. I don't think they would risk someone like him, who's not played the England squad this World Cup, into a game like this, which is a knockout against someone like Senegal or even France, whoever we get if we win that tonight. And I just don't see him getting put in.
Yeah. It's like Mark Gatwas just said, no one is that bothered on internationals these days. I've seen one England flag hanging around from my window in my area only. Well, you know what, Mark? I've seen no England flags hanging around my area whatsoever.
It's a time of year, mate. It's not
lost interest.
It's because there's all Spanish flags hanging around.
Well, the thing is, though, you've got to keep your windows shut nowadays to keep the heating, haven't you? So you're not going to be having flags open hanging out the window nowadays, you know. Another question, Chris has said you said about Kane being rubbish earlier.
Yeah.
What about Callum Wilson being up front?
I think you should start. Like Harry Kane has put a few really good quality balls in to get the goals, but I think when Callum Wilson has been coming on as a sub, he's been putting 110% in, and he's actually the player who a fourth player is actually chasing down the opposition defence. Like he's when he came on against Wales, he didn't stop running, and he was just causing them problems, and he's got a few good attempts. So I think the midfield.
We know it's not going to happen, though, do we?
No,
it's not. No, Wilson won't start, but because obviously Kane's the captain and he's our wonder boy, so I don't think Wilson would start. But I think Wilson deserves more of an opportunity to come on and play.
Yeah, so there it is. Kane's got 3 assists so far. Kane will stay on in case it goes to penalties. Craig Hendry, we talk a bit about Premier League now. He's missing the Premier League. Matches themselves are getting better at the World Cup, but has anyone else noticed there seems to be a media blackout behind the screens and supporters? I think it is. There isn't much behind the scenes like there used to be, is there, Reader? There used to be no end of stuff coming from behind the scenes, but now at the minute, there doesn't seem to be a lot coming from behind the scenes, does there?
There's not really much to do behind the scenes. It's a country.
It doesn't help. Obviously, normally World Cup's in the summer, and there's like normally transfer windows going around as well. That doesn't help. But now, obviously, it's through Christmas when the Premier League should be still playing, so you barely hear anything at the moment. Maybe after the World Cup, you'll hear a lot coming from the World Cup with who's playing well and all that. But you're not going to hear anything until after the World Cup.
No. Well, talking of the World Cup after the World Cup, we'll talk about Leicester now. As we are Leicester Fan TV, I think we might as well talk a bit about Leicester. Warm weather training, Reedy. Do you think that helps us or hinders us a bit? Because KDH, Barnes, Luke Thomas, their golf handicap seems to be getting a lot better while they've been out there. Do you think it helps, Reedy?
I just think it's just a bit different. Obviously, you don't want to be stuck in the Leicester City training ground, do you, really, every day when everyone else is out in Qatar having a bit of fun? So they're kind of doing their own thing, being in warm weather to kind of get the vibe, I guess, because you're not there. So maybe it's just to get the
They're
players
just
a
around
bit
the
more.
corner though. They're not far away from Qatar.
No, they're not. Just one thing. Was the ball in or out? I don't
Out.
care. It's not Germany out. So it was in anyway. It was
Sorry,
in.
I'm sorry, that was out. I'm sorry.
It's in. The ball is not over the line.
Oh, come on.
It was so Reedy, the whole ball has to be over the line.
It was.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. If that's the line there, that is out.
That's
is
in.
Still in.
It was
The
in.
whole ball has to be. The whole ball.
Well, to be honest, really, they deserve it because of Frank Lampard's goal from 10 years ago. They deserve it.
The goal line. Does they even have goal line technology or something?
Yeah,
I know it wasn't
Yes,
on
they
the
do.
goal.
Not for corners or goal kicks.
Because it's weird. Because if it's on that goal line, then surely anything, even if
No,
it's
because
out of the goal, can see where the line is.
Hawkeye is only based in the goal itself, in between the sticks.
They need to change that then.
But there's got to be a clear and obvious error. That's
It
what
wasn't. It was close.
It was
I'm
close.
sorry, but even looking at pictures, it's a bit like.
No, but they've shown bird's eye view of the ball and it did not cross the line. It was close.
It was
Jono,
the
did you see
line
that
that I
photo?
was there. The
We're talking-
ball was literally.
We're talking
on
about the same photo. The posts were there, but the line was at an angle from the post. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Instead of being a dead straight line, the line was different.
Don't make any
weird
difference,
angle
does
for
it?
the post, for
Doesn't
the
make any
goal line.
difference. It can't count it anyway. So.
Andrew Turnington, ball in, Germany out. That's all we have to think about, isn't it? Ball in, Germany out. So we've got on the warm weather training. A lot of the players were there, weren't there? But there were 7 youngsters gone there with them to get involved in the squad. Do you think we'll see many of the youngsters playing at MK Dons, or do you think it'd be a reasonably decent lineup, Jono? First team lineup, because we've got to start talking about football now, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're close. What's the date today? The 4th. 16 days away. Just over 2 weeks before we play MK Dons.
I want to see Iverson in goal. I want to see Luke Thomas start. I want to see Pratt start. I want to see Evans start. Sunchu. So basically all the players.
Game.
No, what? We've got all these players going to the World Cup. We need, Barnes should play. Barnes would be playing. Daka will start. You've got some really good players.
It's when you said Evans. So it's when you said Evans. I thought we were going to lose the game.
Perez on the right.
Oh, so you'd have Vestergaard in then, would you?
No, I'll have my main boy Faze back in the back line.
No,
Oh, yeah.
He'll be back by then.
To be fair, he hasn't played the World Cup, has he? He's been all rested, so.
Yeah. Just one thing, Rob McFarlane's just said, Pele's not very well, is he? He's gone into end of care life, end of care treatment, unfortunately. One of the greatest players ever to grace a football pitch. So it's not looking good coming from Brazil, is it, lads, unfortunately, for Pele.
Well, to be fair, if he does unfortunately pass away, that might spur to Brazil on to fight on for the win.
Yeah. Let me just bring Ross in because I think he might be at work. I'm not 100%
No, he's not.
sure.
He's not.
No, he's
I'm
not
not
at
at
work.
work. Well, I'm not working today now. So, hello, Charlie.
All right, Charlie, how are you?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm playing Battlefront.
Go on, you play.
Go on,
No.
then.
Oh, dear.
We've talked about the World Cup, so we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about Leicester and warm weather training. Do you think it's beneficial to them? Is it Dubai or is it Seagrave? What do you think? What do you think?
I would say Dubai because obviously, since we had that training ground, obviously, we've talked about it. It's not been great. Obviously, regards to results. Obviously, now we got great results before the World Cup. Obviously, just give them a chance to a few weeks to, they've had a rest and that, and give a chance a bit of training. And obviously with Milton Keynes coming up, which will be good, which will be interesting. I'm actually taking my sister to that game.
You can meet Reedy there.
No. Well, see what? Unless he wants a knuckle sandwich off my sister's boyfriend, 'cause he's going as well.
All right.
So, but no, it's be good. Obviously, it depends how far England get. Obviously, Madison's probably won't play anyway. As much as we all want him to play, he's not going to play because it's Southgate. And obviously, Senegal are not to be underestimated as well. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, the training, end of the day, it doesn't matter where you train as long as you work hard. and don't be lazy. And so
I
mean,
think we should sign Kuntop.
Go on, Jollo.
I think we should sign Kuntop. Do you see his little skills and
sorry, yeah.
Pukka Pies and his penalty? I think we should sign him.
Took a right decent penalty, didn't it? They've got 2 behind closed doors games. I'm not sure who they're against or where they're being played. I mean, they're being played at Seagrave, of course. I don't know. What do you expect with them, Reedy? Do you think they'll play one team, like a bit pre-season-ish, play one team one game and one team another game?
Yeah, it's just about getting the momentum back in the team, really, isn't it? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of players back from the World Cup, so hopefully some of them will get back in the team. But like Johnny says, I think someone like MK Dons, as much as we want to win the game, I won't think we'd risk everyone who has been either in the World Cup games or been on the bench for the World Cup, that you won't put them straight back in. You'd let them have a rest and make sure they're back ready to go for the first game against Newcastle, which is the big one.
You think of Tillemans, Woutfez and Castagna. Tillemans hardly played. Woutfez didn't play at all. Castagna played 2 out of the 3 games. They had 2.5 weeks. They can go away for a few days, get away from it, and then come back and fit and firing, hopefully. So I don't think they'll be rested that much, to be honest.
The big one for me is this one. Ricardo Pereira. If he's back fit, I think he could run out. Hopefully, if he stays fit, he'd be a brilliant second half of the season player.
Craig Hendry said it's good to see Ricardo out there on the training ground. He's a little way away from being fully fit, but it's great to see him back, isn't it?
But second half of the season, if we've got him fully fit, he would probably be one part of, hopefully, I'd say maybe getting top 8, maybe, hopefully.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so on that one.
Ross, according to paper talk, so it must be true, the centre back we're offering, we're after for Fenerbahce, heard we could do a player exchange with Soyuncu and around 20 million. Do you think that'd be, I mean, I can't remember I have read it, but I can't remember the name of the player.
Well, let's not forget, we signed Soyuncu for about 8. We signed Soyuncu for 8,
at the end of the season. Is it time for Soyuncu to go? Pastures new?
Yeah, I think so. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he's been great for us. Obviously, for what he's done. Let's not forget, we signed him for about 18 million. So we're going to get some money back if this is whatever it's going to be, and we get money back and a player. But I don't know who the player is in the exchange. I don't know many Fenerbahce players unless someone.
I did read it the other day, but I can't remember his name. You know me and names.
His name's Salazar.
Salazar.
What?
Yes.
Or Salai.
Salai.
Yeah.
I think it's like Salai or something.
Saliva. We'll call him that.
I think he's Hungarian.
All right. Like Andy Meadows has said about Ricky P. No need to rush him back. Ricky P. But then Derek C says Ricardo can't defend. I don't know. It's great going forward, but I sort of agree with both of them. Andy Meadows said no need to rush him back, but Derek, I think he's right. He's more of an attacking defender than he's an actual defensive defender.
But
that's where you play wing backs and you kind of use him a bit better there. But then again, you don't have your centre defenders to do that sort of thing at the moment.
What are you going to do about James Justin though? He's out now for the rest of the season, isn't he? So we need Ricardo back, really.
Castagna on the left and him on the right.
I don't remember Andy Gray ever playing for Leicester.
No, I think he means Andy King. I think he means Andy King.
I know.
Andy King, Graham. Centre-back from Stoke, who played for Australia, looked decent, tall, won the ball in the air. Well, Vestergaard looked decent, tall, and won the ball in the air. And then he came to Leicester, and it didn't happen for him, did it, really?
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. That's it. I've just added the photo in there for you here. That's the defender we're looking for.
That's the defender. Is he the 19, 20-year-old?
That's the one from Fenerbahce, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have your haircut, Reedy, it looks like you. If you have your haircut, it looks like you.
Yeah. Graham realises you put the wrong name in there. Player exchanges. You don't often get money plus deals nowadays, money plus players nowadays, do you? It's very hard. Ross, you said you were going to the MK Dons game.
Milton Keynes, yeah.
What's up to you then to travel?
Right. Sorry, I'm correct. The reason I'm correcting it's Milton Keynes. They do not deserve that last bit of that name. Sorry.
Doesn't matter about that. We're playing MK Dons. The official name is MK Dons. Doesn't matter what
NK Dons, Rob.
the official name is MK Dons. So
MK Dons.
Doesn't matter what we all think. Their official name is MK
You ask
Dons.
any Wimbledon fan that, and they'll tell you exactly different.
But we're playing MK Dons.
Dons.
So you're going. So
Sorry.
how long is it going to take? It must be a bit of a journey for you.
So
innit?
when we play Milton Keynes, no, I don't care. It's Milton Keynes FC. Franchise FC, they're known as. But no, basically, me and my dad are going to Northampton first because my sister and her boyfriend live in Northampton. So, and then we're picking them up and going from there to Milton Keynes. Tell you what, read it. I'll get.
Milton Keynes, Ross. What? Because there's many teams in Milton Keynes. Who are we playing in Milton Keynes? What
Milton
team?
Keynes FC. They're known as that. But no, that's how we're getting there.
I
mean, we've only been given 6,000. I think we should give more than that.
Oh, we've filled it nearly.
We filled it. There's only 100 tickets left.
Is there?
There's 100 tickets left out of 6,500. That's
Wow.
one full. That's one. You think their ground's about 24,000, 25,000, something like that? That's one full side of the ground full of Leicester fans.
That's good.
Do you reckon they'll give more?
No.
They'll just stick them in one block and that's it.
Yeah, that's to answer your question. There, we're going in car down to Northampton, picking my sister and my boyfriend up, and I'm going from there to Milton Keynes.
Got any car?
Going in car. We've also got Gillingham. A couple of weeks later, we've got Gillingham or Dagenham and Redbridge.
Oh,
Really? Will you be going to that, pal, in the FA Cup?
The scaffolding away end.
Where's
Have you been to either one of them two grounds yet, Reader? You've been to most of them, haven't you?
Where's this?
Gillingham or Dagenham?
No, I've not been to any of them.
They're both Londonish way. One's in Kent, one's in London. Just so you know.
I might go then.
To London, pal.
Even hang on, but Gillingham. You do realise their away end is literally a scaffolding.
Well,
my best friend. No. Literally, it literally is a scaffold. You actually go on the Gillingham's away end. You go on Google. You literally put in their away end, and it literally is held up by a scaffolding. It's like construction. It literally is.
I'm not surprised they've just signed another midfielder from.
Brazilian.
That's number 23 in 6 months.
He's a Brazilian player.
Yeah. Like Craig Hendry said, Mr. Six-Hitter, I'd like to see Vardy playing and hopefully score against MK Dons. He needs a goal or two. I think he will start against MK Dons. I think
he will definitely start against MK Dons.
I'm starting. I don't know. As much as I don't want to say it, I'm starting to lose faith in him with his goal scoring, because in Premier League he's just not doing much even when he does start.
So
I think he's more of a chance creator more now than the main goal scorer. I think he's like the person who does the work, puts the effort in, helps goals happen. But I agree that he's not the main primary goal scorer anymore.
Controversially, then, lads, Jamie and Jono, Reedy and Jono have gone for end of Vardy's era by the sound. No, not end of Vardy's era. Okay, I think he's still crucial to the team, but I don't think we can't rely on him anymore to get all the goals. We have to. He helps in other ways.
Well, there's a lot of goals this season that's barely been scored by a striker. It's mainly been midfield and
but how many goals have been helped by Vardy? A lot.
Oh yeah. The running off the was
it's not. I don't think he's assisted many. I think it's more he's running off the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Making chances.
He's making players come to him and letting more space go.
So we've got a decent. When we come back from the World Cup, MK Dons, Newcastle, Liverpool, Fulham, and then Forest. Well, Forest is after the Cup game, isn't it? Or is it before?
It is. Forest is at 3 o'clock kickoff, which is good for a change.
Yeah, after the FA Cup, isn't it?
Yes, after the FA Cup game, yes. 14th of January.
That's a very hard running, isn't it?
The FA Cup game is... Well, it's winnable games everywhere because I think you could beat Newcastle on the day.
Why not, Jono?
I don't think either.
Have you seen Newcastle play?
Yeah, have you seen Leicester play? Actually, no, you did. Actually, you didn't. Actually, you didn't for a few weeks. But yeah. So technically, right?
But-
Well, it's true. You got honestly. You've seen Newcastle play. Fair play. They've lost one game this season. But as James rightly just said, anybody can beat anybody any day. Are you telling me then? So when Argentina plays Saudi Arabia, do you say Saudi Arabia are going to win them? Yes or no?
I just
Yes or
think,
no?
I just think Newcastle are just. I don't
Yeah,
know,
let's
Because
just
you're
say
from
this.
there. No, you're only saying that because I reckon you got a few Geordie friends up there.
If we
They're probably
beat-
pages for it.
If we beat Newcastle, it'll be a brilliant result. Let's just say that. And I would
Of course
take
it
a
will.
draw.
I'll tell you what, it'll be the hot. This is.
I'd
the
take a
most-
draw
most
before
fun
going
game of the
into it.
season,
I'll
because
take a draw going into it.
I'll take a draw. 1,000,000% go. Yeah, if we come over a draw, I'll be buzzing.
Patrick's just made a good point. Forest will never be a 3 p.m. kickoff. Police will move it.
Well,
They
it's already
can't
done
move
it.
It's got
They
to
can't
be
do it now.
56 days before to give people chance. It's either 54, 50, something like that. It's middle 50 days that they've got to allow. So it will be 3 o'clock. It can't even move for TV now. I don't
The
think.
only time, the only time they can move is if like any massively circumstances, like massive ones. I mean, or anything like that. So that's the only way they move it, but they won't move it now.
So why is it a bad thing having a 3 p.m. then?
It's because it's so
Because of
busy
this-
at that
because
time.
of-
That's for me. So what about 8 p.m. kickoff then?
Andy Meadows will be in Weatherspoons open at 9 o'clock. That's why
Well,
there'll be lots of people.
Well, here's the problem though. What train strikes are happening again?
Well, yeah, but it's only to Forest, isn't it? You can walk there and get there in time.
you get the bus. You can get the buses
Get the
in.
bus.
So
You really think I want to get a bus to there when I've got a
Well,
Leicester?
you're getting a bus to
Really?
Hang on,
Just
you're
get
going
the
for
number
to
one.
Stockport.
really, you get the number one.
Yes, I know. I'm going to get crucified. I have this going to Nottingham.
No, you're not.
Over
Because
it.
yeah, but you're a Forest fan undercover, so they won't get you anyway.
Yeah,
So there you go. Exactly. We've got a good home record against Newcastle.
We have a
it's
good
a
record
different
against
Newcastle. It's a
St
different.
James's
different
Park, but
fish.
against down here at down here, I'm not even there at King Power. It's a bit different, isn't it? Newcastle have got a little bit of a hoodoo sign, but I think we'll give Newcastle a good run for the money and get 3 points from it. I really do.
We're playing away at home against Newcastle.
Oh, we're at home.
no.
Sorry, it's not up in your turf, Jono. It's up in Leicester.
Because if it was at Newcastle, then it'd be a different. Maybe it's swing more to Leicester's favourite at the King Power, but not at St James's Park. At the moment.
Yeah. Have you seen how he's suddenly changed his tune now, Jamie? Have you noticed that?
I went to see Leicester at St James's Park, and honestly, the atmosphere was the best atmosphere from away supporters I've ever seen. They were
I actually
unreal.
did the stairs. Me and my dad did. Did you?
I was there with you.
I want to
Well,
live.
technically you weren't. You were stood next to Jack, and then me and my dad were just stood in. I don't know I can't remember what we were wearing now. Oh, the massive glasses that we were wearing.
I went in the lift, mate.
I think since we're at the King Power, we might have more of a
Maybe
chance,
bugger.
but still really tough game.
He's changed his tune now. He's gone from losing to saying tough game now.
I think we'll get 3 points against Newcastle.
Yeah.
I really do.
Why not?
It can't be a Boxing Day at home fixture. I think that's one of the best fixtures. I used to look out for that one. That's one of the first fixtures I look for. Boxing Day. You can't beat a Boxing Day after Christmas. It seems the atmosphere seems a lot better.
And it's the first time. It's the first time in 19 years we're facing Newcastle on Boxing. Sorry, 18 years on Boxing Day. Because last time we faced him was in the Premier League. Paul Dickoff scored.
Yeah, who got equalised in the last minute for
Yeah,
Newcastle?
Darren Ambrose, last minute goal.
Ross, you secretly 80 because you've all the facts about all the old games.
Because I actually went to these games with my dad. And the year before, we played Ipswich on Boxing Day, and we also lost 2-1. And Darren Ambrose also scored in that game.
Yes.
So that's how I remember it very well.
Yeah.
The biggest one for me, the biggest one for me against Newcastle is, does Amati get that first choice spot again?
Yes.
I think Amati's been brilliant for.
I think Amati's been brilliant.
I just don't know.
He's
I know he's the captain of the club, but why should Johnny Evans walk straight back in when Amati and Wout Fez have been playing well?
That's what I say, but I just don't think. I think I could see him coming back in.
No, if he comes in, I'll question Brendan because Amati's been great for Leicester and he's been great for Ghana.
I loved his passion. Did anyone see that video when he was doing the national anthem?
Yeah, he went.
And because he didn't know the words.
No, I don't know words either, but yeah. So
Patrick says depends on how we come back from the break. Weren't great coming back from COVID. No, we weren't. I think COVID though, we were better playing without fans to start off with, and then when the fans came back, there seems to be a bit more pressure on us. To be honest,
but the difference is with this is that with COVID, we couldn't train together, we couldn't play football. Thing is, like Leicester, we're still playing football, we're still training. It's not like it's a massive break. It's a break from the league, but it's not a break from football.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, it depends when. Obviously, now Tillemans is back. Obviously, back in whatever country he's gone back.
Tillemans is probably only going to have 3 or 4 games left for us, isn't it? If you think about it, MK Dons.
I think he's going in January.
Maybe Fulham. That's it. Danny York was in the house then for a minute.
He's been wanting to do that since I've come on.
Well, he's done it now. He's done it. You'll be able to watch that back and see it. Has he stopped doing it, or is he still doing it?
No, it stopped and he carried on.
Rightio then.
No more now, Charlie.
Rightio. Quick prediction just for tonight. World Cup, very quick. Ross, we'll start with you. Not the goal scores or anything like that. What do you think we're going to get through, and what's the score?
I think we'll get through, but Senegal will not make it easy for us. And I think it'll be, predictions. I'm going to go with 2-1. I think they'll take the lead and we'll score 2. What do you think yours will be, Charlie? England score prediction, quick.
3-1.
England. Yeah, right. 3-1 England. I've gone 2-1 England.
3-1. All right then, Ross. Everyone else in the comments, please put your score for the England game tonight.
No worries.
See you later, pal. Jono, England score, as you're the only one with an England shirt on.
2-1 England, Foden and Rashford.
Blimey. Craig Pearson's gone 1-0 to Senegal. Ooh, it'd be great if Papi Mendy scored his first ever goal. Andy Meadows has gone 0-0, 5-4 on penalties to England, I think. Graham Moore's gone for 2-1 England, yes. Magic Mendy winner. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't know whether, if he scored, I wouldn't know whether to jump up or not. Would you jump up, Reedy, if Mendy scored?
If I'm not allowed.
What do you mean you're not allowed?
I said I went to my sister's the other day and I said to her boyfriend, I went, I'm supporting my boys today because my main man's not starting. And he went, why use that? I went, Danny Ward, and he went, get out my fucking house right now. I'm like, I can't help it.
Josh has got, well, you know what? He made a couple of decent saves, didn't he? I know he didn't have a lot to do, but he made a couple of decent saves, and I actually applauded him. I went, well done, Danny. And then I realised, oh no.
And then that ball goes through his legs. Brilliant.
Josh has gone 3-1. Connor's gone 4-2 England. So most of them, everyone seems to have gone for. Anthony's gone for 2-1 England. So they're going for an England victory. There's only Craig Pearson that's gone for a Senegal victory. What did you say, Jono? 2-1.
2-1 Rashford and Foden to score.
Rightio, pal. We shall see you later. See you next week. See if you've been right. See if we're talking about a semi-final next week.
Hopefully.
See you later, Jono. Reedy, come on then. Predictions for tonight. And does everyone agree with Reedy's prediction when he finally says it?
1-1. We'll win on penalties.
Oh, extra time and penalties. I couldn't be doing with that. I'd be absolutely pissed as a fart.
Well, with the team we play and how boring we play at times, I won't be shocked if we do take it to penalties.
Rudy's gone for 3-0. Mr. Six Hitter, England by the odd goal, unless Southgate has an. I know the word, but I can't say it.
What?
What's that word there?
Empathy. Epiphany.
Epiphany. That's it. Epiphany, and decides to attack. Yeah, I'll be surprised if he does decide to attack. I couldn't say the word then. So what did you go, Jono? Reedy, sorry. 1 each, and England winning on penalties. You know what? I'm going to go for a 10-9. That's how attacking it's going to be.
What, in penalties?
Oh, no. That'll be there till about midnight then. No. Honestly, I think England will win.
They should do it, but I'd like to see someone...
2 or 3-0, I'll go for 2-0. I'll go for 2-0. All right, then, Reedy, we shall see you later in the week. Be good, pal.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Well, that's it. So it's been a little bit more World Cup-ish than most, to be honest, because there ain't a lot to talk about at the minute with Leicester, but I'm still glad you joined me. It's been a great morning. So it's Hold on. Jono wants to say something. He's waving like a mad lunatic.
I've just gone onto my phone. Forest have made a new signing.
I said that about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I wasn't on that. Did you? Oh,
You were. You've been on ever since.
Burn.
Brazilian, Gustav Scaper from Palmeiras on January the 1st.
That's it. Well, I thought that was new news. Anyway, see you later.
No, it's not news. I'd already done it, Jono. Rightio. It's been great watching. Like I've been saying before, I was interrupted by Jono having a bit of a mad fit in the background there. Yeah, it's been great watching you. Sorry, it's been a bit World Cupish more than Leicesterish, but there ain't a lot to talk about. So cheers for watching. So it's ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. Come on, England.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.